Xin chào Dung Phạm Hồng nha. Phạm Hồng. No. 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 OBS rồi. OBS nó bị ngu. Chết. OBS bị ngu. Chết rồi. Chết rồi, OBS bị ngu. Chết rồi, OBS ngu. Chết rồi. Chết rồi, OBS ngu. Chết rồi, OBS ngu. Chết. Dụ chơi ZD gì không? Không chơi. Máy tính chưa có. Chết rồi, OBS ngu. Máy tính không có ZD. Máy tính không có ZD. Dùng máy tính cho chất à bro? Không chất gì đâu. Hết rồi, OBS bị ngu rồi. Cho tôi rồi anh em ạ. Trời ơi. Tôi còn nói dùng máy tính chơi đâu. Khổ quá. Tôi nói thế thôi. Ai ban chết rồi. Đợi Google ngu ấy. Cô ấy chỉ muốn ngủ. Có ai bảo cô ấy muốn thức đâu. Ôi buồn. Sắp đến Tết là DC đăng ký kênh cho tao. Tự cứ ngủ thôi, có ai cấm đâu vậy? Đúng rồi, có ai cấm đâu. Cô ấy chỉ muốn ngủ. Hình nền quá uy vu. Máy tính này máy tính chị tôi nên tôi phải dùng cẩn thận. Này à? How to make skin Jason in OBS. Skin Jason OBS for stream. Ok, để lần sau tôi thử. 5 sub nữa là 200 sub.
My work is easy because I use Clicker. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done in a list view.
Adding a transition to your Twitch stream can make things look way more professional in a very quick and easy way, and here's how to do that on OBS Studio. The first thing to do is take a look at OBS Studio, because you may already have the dock for the scene transitions set up as it is, but if you don't have that, you want to go to the top here and click on docks, and then you can tick it to make sure that you have it. So it's here, for example, and you can also add anything else that you want as well. Once you've got that ready, you'll notice that they have 3 built-in kind of default options. So you have swipe, fade, and cut. So that basically means that when you switch between screens, that's a swipe, for example, it's swiping it away. But if you were to change that, you'll see that there's also the option for it to fade into each other. You can also turn the duration up and down in this box to play around with that and see what works to make yours look the most smooth. And as good as it is to have the cut, fade, and swipe as an option for you, it's nowhere near as creative as you can be with these. So here's how to add a custom option to make your stream stand out a little bit more. So what you want to do is you want to click on the plus icon below this, and then you can click to add a stinger, which is what we're going to be focusing on in this stream. You can then name this whatever you want, as you do with your sources and scenes when you set those up. So for example, you can leave it as stinger, but I'm going to just call it transition just for easy use. Once you've named that and clicked OK, you'll then get this box pop up where you can browse your computer for a file that you want to use as a transition. The best files here are an MP4, and I'm going to show you what that looks like now. So I'm just going to select that from my computer. So I've just picked my file. It's a .mp4, which is important, and it needs to be between probably 1 and 3 seconds long. I recommend shorter. This is a second long, and that tends to work a little bit smoother and doesn't take up too much time. You can then leave the transition point type as time. You can do frame if you want, but time is going to make more sense because then it will go based on the length of the video. This is also an important setting below. Transition point chooses the exact point in which the transition actually happens. So if yours is a little bit clunky or it's not cutting off at the exact time that you want it to, you can fiddle with that a little bit and turn it up and down until it looks really smooth. You can ignore using a track mat. I don't really find that being useful for any of the ones I've ever used, at least. And then audio monitoring being off means that if it has audio, you won't hear it through your OBS, but it will show it to your stream. If you do monitor and output, not only will your stream hear it, so will you. And if you do monitor only, it won't show it to your stream and it will only show it to you. This is only applicable if your stinger does have audio. You can leave that completely alone otherwise. And then you can choose whether this fades out or fades in or crossfades. I tend to use crossfade quite a lot. I just think it looks a little bit nicer for some of the stingers that I use. Once you're happy, you can click preview and it will show you what your stinger is going to look like. I made one here that, as you can see, just says drop a follow. This is a good way of having a call to action on your stream because you don't have to consistently ask people to